forecast. That's what we should be. So don't get too tired already. You are looking at me like Maluga Chipata. Never let you let me say, mwatu pela koswe mumpoto, mwatu bonga. No, Tishi mwaso minine. Mukwa ile kaili kitaba kalamba, ili o chitata inapwa. Nami tell the Vice President to come and call on your brother.
Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you very much, colleagues. I'm sure before I call upon the President to come and give us a closing speech, I would like to just say one or two things. We have been actually informed that you had a very, very interesting, educative workshop this morning and part of this afternoon. But I just want to encourage you that what was discussed must be implemented. The problem with us in UPN, including myself, is that we like talking. We talk big, but we do less. We do little if you may like. Can we, for a change now, as Muchereka said, look here to PF, never chair. To PF are even weak people. Even physically, when you look at them, they are weak. There are only very few people who are fat like me because of stolen money of people. Very few, very few. Why should we allow them to harass us? I think we should now start reacting. In Bemba we say, Akanyelele ngawaka pam. You know what that means? Even an ant, if you step on it, as big as I am, it wants to bite me also, bite back. That's the way we should do it. So what I can tell you, colleagues, is that let's go flat out. Let's go flat out and campaign. PF has started campaigning. What are we still doing? We don't know what God has for us. Tomorrow we can be, you know what I mean, isn't it? So my appeal to you, colleagues, all of you have been here. Let's go out. Let's form branches. Let me tell you, today in South Africa, you know why Anchor has been there for more than 100 years. It's because of formation of branches. Go even into Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has been, Mugabe has been strong because of what? Branches, the grassroots. So even UNIP, Kaunda was strong because of branches and sections. In fact, we had even sections. So why can't we also implement what we know can make us win an election without any problem? The President has got a formula. He says every one of us at least should have four people, isn't it? If all of us in here had 4 people, are you sure even before we go to cast our vote, don't you think already we'll be celebrating that we have won? But you want to go alone. And some of us in here, we don't even want to go and participate. At here at Talema, Stephen Akwe, you don't know that your vote is quite important. Very important. So I hope we've learned a lesson that if we are complacent, again they will steal our vote. Again, the same thing that happened in 2015 will happen again. What happened in 2016 will happen again. So my appeal to all of you today is that let's go flat out and mobilize. And beyond the watch out, we are coming with the President and his team to come and inspect all the constituencies, not only in Lusaka, but countrywide. So Mr. President, at this point in time, and in the interest of time, let me end here. People travel well. Thanks for coming and thanks for being so attentive to listen to the President. Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity now, at this point in time, to call upon the President. Mr. President, I call upon you now.
Please take your seats. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think a lot of the messages have been given already, but just to reiterate, to appreciate your coming to this workshop. I know it was short notice, but you are here. We're very grateful for that. We also want to thank you for the deliberations. I think my colleagues have already spoken about the deliberations, the issues you brought out, the issues you agree, the issues you may have disagreed, and I'm sure you've decided how to reconcile those disagreements. Because that is what maturity is about. Because you must be driven by the end result. What is the end result? Is to make UPND a mass party so we can win, and when we win, we can take over the government. Democratical, of course, and that includes vote protection. I understand you discussed a very crucial issue of who is the polling agent. I hope we'll be able to live to our decisions of a quality, strong polling agent. Before, we used to ask party officials to choose polling agents. They chose their children who are 16 years old. Then we asked candidates that this candidate wants to be MP. Maybe they will choose a polling agent. No one can manker around. No one. So, but we collapse when the general election comes because we can't supervise every corner. So, but if we are able to create capacity in every polling station to protect the vote by having, amongst other factors, the right polling agent, then this meeting, this workshop, has produced good results, which we need to implement. I would like to say, I'm told you covered other things, but my agenda, our agenda should be that everything. So I hope you walk away from here, and the moderator of the workshop, I understand will receive a reconciliation or consolidation of what you have agreed, and from there we draw a work program. I don't want another cutback when we are not doing what we agreed today. We had another cutback here with the National Management Committee members across the country. Then we are going to a province, and we've agreed we will now go to the constituencies. I hope you didn't change that decision. We go to the constituencies focusing on the lowest activity area, which is the branch, the polling district, the polling station. That is where we should be. So, without wasting your time, I want to say, let's have a look at those resolutions. Let's look at the timetable. I come from a professional background myself. I don't ask people what time they reported for work. I was told to ask people, where is the report? Where is the result? In my profession, where is the client's service delivery product? Have you invoiced? Have you collected the money? The money, is it in the bank? If the money is in the bank, that's how I used to promote my managers. If the money is not in the bank, they're telling me stories that no, they went to see a client, they had a good lunch, they have not worked. As far as I'm concerned, they have not worked until the money is in the bank through the process. We have not achieved anything until we take over the leadership of this country. So all the activities leading us there must be implemented, I agree, effectively, timely. So if you don't work on hours and the daylight, you work on end results, then I think we'll achieve. That, I believe, is the way we'll move from here. I just want to say a few things here. One, in our mobilization, all of us in Lusaka, we must pay particular attention from now to Munali. We mobilize everywhere, but we must pay particular attention from today to Munali. We have a very strong candidate there, who, when she was given an instruction, because we instructed all the Lusaka candidates who petitioned, others developed cold feet and ran away from the petitions. But Doreen Mwamba stayed with the party instruction. So did our candidate for Lusaka Central, Charlotte Scott. She stayed with the party instruction. Why did we instruct all Lusaka candidates to petition? Because we knew that's where they store the election from. And you saw how the court ruled in the High Court. Munali was nullified, isn't it? That's where the evidence, even the presidential petition evidence, includes the Munali evidence. In fact, Munali evidence was extracted from the presidential petition. So we wanted to prove a point. So let's focus on Munali. Not that we will not do anything elsewhere, but let's get Munali given attention to us, here, there, all of us who are managers. Let's give attention to Lusaka Central. Where is the chairman for Munali? Thank you, sir. I think you are hearing the message. Chairman for Lusaka Central? I hope you have heard the message. Chairman for Chilanga. 3 of you in our programming, mobilization, elections, secretariat, these 3 in Lusaka province must take center stage. You know why. You all know why. We can't be fighting in court, as Patrick talked of the court process yesterday, which is very clear that Munali is a nullified seat. And Munali is the biggest constituency in Zambia. I hope you are all aware of that. How many voters are in Munali constituency chairman? Constituency chairman Munali. How many voters are in Munali?
Over 140.
Sorry? You should know at your fingertips as part of the basic information that you should know, because you are the president of Munali. Yes. So please take a seat. It's the single largest constituency in Zambia. Munali is almost a quarter of some provinces. Just one constituency. Sorry? Do you have the figures? All right. Munali is almost a quarter of certain provinces in terms of number of voters. So we got to pay attention to such constituencies and to such a province. So that's one highlight I wanted you to pick out of here. Then I want us to pick a highlight in your programming, whatever your conclusions, that we should continue receiving new members, but not at a secretariat, in the constituencies, in the wards. I hope you covered that. If you didn't cover that, I'm emphasizing. People are ready to join us. So from here, amongst other activities, please go and recruit people, and we want to come and receive the people in your wards, in your constituencies. And let this be a regular activity. PF who are cheating themselves the way RB was cheating himself in 2011, after you pay 50,000 kwacha to one councillor, you can take that one councillor, but the voters are UPND. Yes. Simple. Take your councillor. One who agrees to be bought, but people also want. So we get a commodity. Market to be bought and sold in a market. I just don't understand certain things. Maybe my mind doesn't work well. So, but the point is that, can we continue receiving new members in our localities? If you are ready, Friday, we should arrange to receive some of your members, alongside your normal activities that we have agreed today. Because we can't delay receiving members. Are we together? We cannot delay that because people are in a hurry, people are hating. So please, let us all recruit. And I want to thank the youth of Lusaka and women for the job they did on Sunday. It was a very delightful day on Sunday. We would like to have more of such activities in your areas. The third issue I want to emphasize is that wear your regalia, wear your party regalia. That's part of removing fear. Provincial chairman on that day, Sunday, told me that in Lusaka we'll be wearing regalia every Friday. But you can wear more than every Friday. But Friday at least you must start wearing. Let us see who confronts you. Take note of them. And the rest I don't want to talk about. Because we must remove the fear, isn't it? Yes. Lastly, Lusaka is a must-win. Whether there are scuffles in the polling stations, whether the police are constraining us, whether the PF cadres exist or they don't exist, Lusaka is a must-win. You should tell yourselves. You are doubting? No. You are doubting? No. Lusaka is a must-win. Take that in. Or whatever they do, even if there's tear gas, Lusaka is a must-win. Lusaka is the largest voting province in our country. It has overtaken Copperbelt. So we in Lusaka must take that as an assignment, as a homework. So everything you discuss today must lead us winning in Lusaka, and obviously using that platform and other areas, taking over the country. Once more, my dear friends, I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank you for your contributions. Please travel well and travel safely. If you've come in twos, don't go back alone. Go back with the people you came with. You don't want to leave people here stranded. To the colleagues who are organizing, we don't want to leave people here stranded. Because people have the habit in our party, when they are through from a function, 22 hours they will call me, a president in Nigalikuno, Nilibe transport. Yes, that's what happens. Yes, I'm your servant, but I want us to work as a team. Let's not leave anybody behind here. If there's a challenge, let's deal with the challenge so that we go back to our homes. But more importantly, let us get on with the work. Organizers, I think it's fair to thank you. The notice was short, very short. So thank you to all of you, my dear friends, Secretariat, Media, Mobilization, and everyone else. Ulimani Tuseshangwe, Karunga Milame, Mungwa Darise, Lesa Kale Mkwahi, Zambiwe Chua Mwihula Tukwashimani, Lesa Tukwashe. God bless you all. Greet everybody at home. Please.